Let me take this opportunity to welcome you to this community-based summit on education reform.
What we want to talk about through Stand Up today is how we, as a community, whether we're from Tulsa or not, how we can come together and change the life outcomes for our children.
Students are first, and our kids are first. And if they're first, then we'll find a way to find common ground and see that every child receives a quality education.
The problem is what has happened in your school systems is a cancer has set in. And it's a belief that some children are capable and some are not.
It's really not a hardware problem with our children. It has nothing to do with their capacity to learn. It has nothing to do with genetics. It's a software problem. It has everything to do with the program that we're giving our children. Either we're programming our children for success or we're programming them for failure.
If you telling me you get kids in your school for 6 or 7 hours a day, that you cannot take those kids and teach them how to read or write, compute, think critically, unless their parents are involved, I don't buy it.
I would never want my kid in an ineffective teacher's classroom. So we cannot allow public officials in this country to make policies for other people's children that they would never, ever accept for their own.
So this is a question for us all to answer collectively, and is, do we believe that education is a civil rights issue of our time?
Ladies and gentlemen, consider for a moment that if we do not dramatically change our thinking and level of engagement in public education in Tulsa, we will be at a disadvantage and our community will continue to suffer.
If you think for a second, regular, run-of-the-mill, typical activities are going to transform the tide of education here in Tulsa, you have lost your mind.
It is important that communities recognize issues and challenges that exist within their communities and are willing to go the distance to affect the change within their communities. And you are the community.
Tulsa, it's our moment.
God bless you all. We are honored by your presence. And if you don't get celebrated anywhere, you will get celebrated in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Come on, let's celebrate. This is our time, and we're ready.